Zoltan Bathory is a very busy man. He's got his hands full touring the world with his chart-topping band Five Finger Death Punch, managing other musicians, driving his own personal monster truck, and naturally, fighting off poachers from endangered species in Africa. But that's not the only fighting that Zoltan is doing these days. He recently crossed off another quite impressive feat on his list of accomplishments. Over the weekend, Zoltan earned his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Bathory is a lifelong martial artist, often featured in martial arts magazines. He began his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu journey in 2008 after a training session with the legendary UFC Hall of Famer Royce Gracie. Zoltan said, "I've been practicing judo since I was 9 years old, but I was always interested in jiu-jitsu, as I knew about the Gracie family's open challenge, which later became the UFC. Famous martial artists would travel to Brazil to fight them, and the Gracies remained undefeated decade after decade. Many years later, as an adult, I finally had an opportunity to go to the source and train with probably the most recognized martial artist of all time next to Bruce Lee, the legendary Royce Gracie. After the session, I asked him for a white belt and then began my jiu-jitsu journey. For a while, I would travel around the world with Royce's brother, Royler Gracie, who is one of the most decorated BJJ fighters of all time. I'd partake in his seminars everywhere he'd go." Zoltan spoke on how he keeps in shape on the road. He said, "All of our security guys are jiu-jitsu black belts. It's a requirement for the position, so I can train while we are on the road. When I'm home, I train at the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academies in Las Vegas, and I also have a personal dojo in my house." Five Finger Death Punch has become one of the most recognizable names in rock and metal music, with over 7.5 billion streams to date, 24 top 10 singles, 11 number 1 singles, and they've sold over 1 million concert tickets. That's all for now. Subscribe to Rockfeed with notifications on so you don't miss more breaking news and updates.